And on today's New York Shitty, that's sound like a little spit in the shitty. But yeah, so today we got a racist woman. But of course, if I was a news outlet, I would how do you say? I would exploit the fact that she's Asian, and I would put Asian woman hating or Asian woman goes on racist tirade or racist rant on train. Actually, I just might name it that. Just might name it that. But yeah, Asian woman in NYC in a train station went ballistic, ape shit, went go. Went go crazy. Yeah, she went and got crazy. With a bunch of, as she's referring to them, N words. A bunch of N words in her terminology. It starts off by the woman telling somebody who's out of frame, calling them a b-boy. And I guess, I don't know what b-boy means, black boy or b-boy, because this is New York. B-boy could be b-boy stance. That's a dancer, right? But yeah, it starts off with her telling this guy who's out of frame that he acts like an N-word, b-boy. How does an N-word act? I don't know. And then it goes on, you see a white man actually step in and try to, an honorable, shout out to you, honorable white man. You know what I mean? He one of the guys who you could tell he wasn't trying to mind his business. Not that he wasn't trying to mind his business, but he's not going to mind his business when injustice is blatantly in his face. So he steps in to tell her to relax and cool it down, especially with the language on the train in the vicinities that they in. And she goes on to tell him to F off and like curses him off too. So it's like, damn, he has to retreat. And it's kind of like, I'm going to say this before I move forward. I don't want to say it like this, but, man. Women. Not all women, but all women. But yeah, it seems that this woman is off the rockers, like she's off some type of meds, or she's probably off of her meds, because she's telling the dude who's out of frame to stay away from her. But the dude never appears to be next to her at all. And how long is this video? About what, like 2 minutes? In 2 minutes and 17 seconds, the dude never appeared next to her at all. So you never seen the B-boy. So you don't even know if he was busting a dance move, if he was really a black boy, or if he was really one of the get light niggas that be on the train, one of the Showtime B-boy iterations, right? But allegedly, it was an African man. So, and I'm African too, so you feel me? Stop African hate, man. I'm heavy on the stop Asian hate train, you feel me? So I would never ever condone any type of Asian hate, you feel me? But at the same time, I don't condone African hate either. That shit gots to go, brother. The woman then goes on to talk about, did Barack send you? And she wasn't a fan of Barack. And it's like, damn, lady, what got you this mad to go back? How many years ago was Barack? Maybe like 8 years ago or so? I mean, all right, don't quote me, because when people making these type of videos, we're not doing research while I'm doing it. I'm actually recording while I'm doing it. So I'm not reading anything. This is coming off the top of the head. So it's like, yeah, when was Barack president? Like what, almost 8 years ago or something? Or like, yeah, like what are you talking about? Then she goes on to not only berate the black man and the white man, she goes on to do the unthinkable, my boy. She goes on to berate a black woman who is also out of frame, calling her a black vagina. Then she goes on to, what's the thing? I don't want to say disintegrate. Man, this is the word that's at the tip of my tongue. Pause. But yeah, she goes on to further violate these people, saying that they're black and they're never going to amount to anything, or they never be anything, and that it hurts them. And it's like, yo, where does it hurt at? You see a train full of black people who look like they hurting. To the point that one guy even says, yo, you must have a gun because you talking crazy. And she's like, I'm talking crazy. Like, yeah, bitch, you talking crazy, shorty. Yeah, you talking crazy. Who talks like this? But yeah, man. But yeah, there's no real context as to what sparked this whole situation. But, Karen encounter, because yes, shorty, you are a Karen. You are definitely considered a Karen. You feel me? But yeah, there's no word yet. And yes, she does look like a pig version of Peter Griffin. So what? So effing what? It's still a human being, right? And just because she's racist doesn't mean I'm ever going to be racist. But what we will do is cut your ass. We're not going to cut Asians' ass. We're not going to cut whatever part of Asia you're from, because nah, that's not how it rocks. You feel me? But we're going to cut your ass. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much more because because you know how sensitive these websites get. But yeah, how y'all feel about that, man? If I find out any more information on this situation, I will definitely update you guys. But until then, stop the African hate and stop the Asian hate and stop all the hate. And then on top of that, it's so crazy though. That this is the last thing I'm going to say because it's like, whoa. We talk about systematic oppression, right? And systematic racism and shit, right? And though those things, I mean, depending on who you ask, it is in effect. You feel me? Or it's not. But moving past that, though, it's just so crazy that in 2022, or just in general, like in most people's lives, especially most black people's lives, well, no, I'm not going to say most, because a lot of people like to talk some bullshit. But for me, speaking for myself, one thing I can say, though, is that, I've heard more racist shit come from other people who are just as minority as I am. Like, that doesn't make sense. Whether it's fellow black, whether it's fellow Asian, whether it's fellow Hispanic, whether it's fellow anything. It's like I've heard more racist shit come from them than the white people. So it's kind of like, in that sense, though, it's like, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to say it too deep because it kind of make you think like, racism. And people have been saying it, but racism shows a low IQ. If you can only berate somebody in an offensive way, but you can't like control anything else they do, or you can't affect anything else they do with that hate that you have for them, then that's what I'm saying. You're just ignorant. Not saying that the white supremacist system that's in order, whether you believe it or not, whether you don't believe it or not. Not saying that that's any better. But what I'm saying, though, is that it's so crazy that how that at least, like, and just being devil's advocate, that at least is put in order or put in effect to keep people that you don't like of a certain race back. But when we have these other racist people who are of the same ethnicities or similar ethnicities as us, berating us and saying all this racist shit to us and back and forth, it kind of makes you think like, damn, you ignorant as fuck. One, not knowing that you talking about yourself in a way. And two, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt. But this fist to your nose just might. Moving forward, though.